Big One Intertrade is based in Samut Sakhon, Thailand, and excel in producing high-quality snack products. We have a wide range of products under the brand OK, Biskio, and Bigger. We aim to lead the market by using high-quality materials and innovative products, maintaining in-house production capabilities to ensure superior quality and service. One of the products facing issues right now is the Bigger Cheese Pop.
Dennis, I don't think our relationship's gonna work.
What do you mean our relationship's not gonna work?
Because you're not optimized enough.
I'm not optimized enough? What?
You know what? I'm leaving.
What, Mina? No! No, Mina, come back!
I'm gonna take over this company and I'm gonna optimize it!
Angkor, I'm gonna need your help right now.
So, my company is facing fluctuating orders. As you can see, the weekly orders from 7-Eleven are inconsistent due to the unstable demand, and the company cannot produce at an optimized level. And for demand planning, 7-Eleven gives us 2 months of the initial orders in advance. We just have 1 week for the project planning, and our products can be kept in storage for more than a month. And the problem is, if I can't meet the demands, this will result in a penalty cost, which is around 400 for each product.
So why don't you sell to other customers for less?
Why don't you?
Because this product delivers exclusively to 7-Eleven, selling this product to other clients will result in a contract termination with them.
Woo! We finally got a new work case assignment. It has been far too long since we have got an amazing case like this. And Saidi, are you okay?
I have already calculated what we should do. You see, I've pulled out Ankit's third year of college memories, and I've got all the information for log normal distribution simulation that we can use in this scenario.
But the simulation limits us because we are using the same production quantity for each trial and preventing us from finding the best production level for the different scenario. And also, our forecast method cannot be accurately predicted the last order client placed at the start of the project based on the past demand.
Well, yes, discussed, but using simulation is a very easy and cost-free way to give us an ideal estimation of how to tackle the problem that we are facing. Also, with the randomness in simulating the real-world demand, you can have a theoretically optimal production amount to minimize the potential cost of overproduction and penalty.
Fine. I guess you're right.
I know I'm right. Okay, why don't we try this? I remember from a case study called Computers and Operation Research, talking about how we can utilize pattern of a historical data to forecast demand. I think our historical demand looks like a follow and log normal distribution due to its rise skewness and long tails with frequent small orders and occasional spikes. Also, this comparison that I did just now shows that comparing to these other 3 distributions, it happens to be the most accurate when forecasting.
Well, now don't start fighting. I mean, log normal distribution does sound really good. Here, we can do this. So first, we just have to find the 3-point mean and standard deviation by using the arithmetic mean and median. Now here we can put it in our demand function, where we use the function of log norm dot inverse, and then we can find the demand. So here, let me paint the picture for Ankit to see better. First of all, our model will look like this. Because we cannot just simply simulate the demand, we have to take into account of the beginning inventory, on hand after production inventory, and our ending inventory. Therefore, in one trial of our simulation, we are simulating 1 whole year, where all the inventories are taken into account for. Then we will simulate altogether 500 simulations with 52 weeks in one trial. And to look into further details, we have also calculated the safety stock here. So why do we need the safety stock? We need the safety stock to be able to put into this function. We are putting in the constraint that if the beginning inventory is lower than our safety stock we will produce. However, vice versa. If there is more in the beginning inventory, then our safety stock we will produce nothing. We have also calculated the variable cost per box, penalty per box, revenue per box, and the average profit, and then the average yearly profit in one trial. So one of the most important thing about our simulation as well is that one of our constraints required that if the products are produced within 4 weeks and not sold, then it will become expired. So this function tells us that if we produce anything 4 weeks ago, and the amount we produce plus ending inventory on the 4th week, which is our leftover, minus out the total production within 4 weeks, it will give us the amount of the expired products. So here is our visualization, as you can see here. So after we get everything, we calculated the cost and the revenue and the profit. Then we will combine everything to get the average yearly profit for one trial, which is 1 year. Then because we simulate 500 trials, we'll get this data table as our result analysis. So as you can see here, our data table will change as our random value changes as well. So from our answer, we get that our optimal production point will be in the range of 1,900 to 2,400 production quantity.
But then, how do we know producing when beginning inventory is lower than safety stock is more optimal than we producing every 2 or 4 weeks?
Okay, so here is the result of producing every 4 weeks, meaning once a month. The insufficient production frequency causes us having to produce a big amount every time we produce, which increase our variable cost. In the meantime, the inflexibility also increased the risk of penalty, knowing that even our inventory is low, we are still not allowed to produce. As we can see in the data table, none of these numbers here shows a positive result, making it infeasible. On the other hand, producing every 2 weeks seems like a better option when comparing to producing once every 4 weeks, but it is still not an optimal as we compare to the average profit of the optimal production units to produce every time our beginning inventory is below safety stock. It is much lower.
Oh yeah, then we can analyze by using moving average forecast to recheck our optimal production. So comparing the result between the seasonal average and moving average method. Moving average method look more good and it align with the historical demand more than the seasonal. So let's go with the moving average. Oh, I forgot to say that I use Python to calculate this one because my Excel is so lagging and Python is more effective than the Excel. So I start by store the demand data in a dictionary and convert it into the data frame. Then I create the data length to represent each week starting from the starting date. And I set the date as the data frame index. And after that, I use the pandas lowering function to calculate the moving average over the specific window size. And then I use the tabulate function to print the data frame as the formatted table with the header. So let's see what's going on. Oh yes, the simulation using this method is matched with the result from log normal method and it confirmed that the optimal production length of 2,000 units is real. This can confirm that our confidence in practicality and reliability of our production strategy.
Wow, actually this sounds really good. I think we definitely did it. I hope Ankrit can do well in his case.
Just because I'm optimal now, you start caring about the relationship at the company, we're done.
I can't even take over his company. I can't even take his girl. I'm such a failure.
No, you're not! You're not a failure. At least not for me.